a bouquet, beautifully arranged. But looking in your eyes, I knew that things had changed. The velvet petals felt so soft against my skin, a beautiful disguise for the danger hiding in. I held them to my chest, breathing in the sweet, while my world was slowly crumbling down beneath my feet. I didn't feel the thorns until they pierced right through the painful little consequence of loving you. Now I'm holding on to bleeding roses, watching petals fall, a beautiful reminder that I gave you my all. The crimson on my fingers, the sorrow in my chest. Loving you was beautiful, but it ruined all the rest. I can't throw them away, I can't let them go. Just holding bleeding roses in the fading afterglow. The water in the vase is turning dark and gray, just like the vibrant love that slowly washed away. I sit here in the silence, watching them decay, wishing I could find the words to make you want to stay. Every single prick is a memory of your kiss, a tragic kind of torture that I somehow really miss. I'm clinging to the stems, ignoring all the pain, waiting for a sunshine that is hidden by the rain. Now I'm holding on to bleeding roses, watching petals fall, a beautiful reminder that I gave you my all. The crimson on my fingers, the sorrow in my chest. Loving you was beautiful, but it ruined all the rest. I can't is pitch black. It's the middle of the night. I reach across the mattress, looking for the light. I swear I felt the warmth of your body close to mine. A cruel trick of the mind, playing right across my spine. I listen to the silence, pressing to the sheets, waiting for the rhythm of the chest that gently beats. It's an echo in the mattress, a memory in the springs, the terrifying quiet that the midnight always brings. I'm listening to a phantom heartbeat playing in my ear, an invisible rhythm making me believe you're near. It's a thought inside the darkness, a ghost inside the room, a comforted illusion in the middle of the gloom. I close my eyes and follow the tempo in the bed, a phantom heartbeat echoing purely in my head. I put my head exactly where your chest would always be, letting my imagination totally run free. For a second I'm protected, for a second I am safe, lost inside the sanctuary of your warm embrace. But then the cold air rushes in and breaks the fragile spell, sending me straight back into this lonely little hell. It's the hardest kind of withdrawal, missing how you felt, watching all my sanity begin to slowly melt. I'm listening to a phantom heartbeat playing in my ear, an invisible rhythm making me believe you're near. It's a thought inside the darkness, a ghost inside the room, a comforted illusion in the middle of the gloom. I close my eyes and follow the tempo in the bed, a phantom heartbeat echoing purely in my head. How long will my body remember what you felt like? Riding through the memory on a never-ending spike. I'm a captive to the rhythm of a love that didn't last, listening to the heartbeat of a deeply broken past, just an echo, beating in the dark. But you're really gone. A slow muted bass heartbeat fades out. Looking at the toll of giving up completely every fraction of my soul. My eyes are looking tired, my smile is wearing thin. I'm playing in a tournament I know I'll never win. You pull me in so close and then you push me far away. A devastating game of emotional ballet. I'm spinning in the circles, dizzy from the ride, trying to find a place where my breaking heart can't hide. God, loving you hurts. It's a knife inside my chest. It's a beautiful disaster, taking everything I possess. I wanna walk away, I wanna cut the string, but I'm addicted to the temporary heaven that you bring. It's a sweet kind of agony, a fire I can't put out. Loving you hurts, leaving me in total doubt. My friends are always saying that I need to let you go, but they don't understand the only magic that I know. When things are going well, you're the sun up in the sky, but when the storm rolls in, you're the reason that I cry. I'm walking on a tightrope, balancing the pain, knowing that eventually I'm falling in the rain. I gave you all the armor, I gave you all the swords. Now I'm bleeding out completely on these lonely wooden boards. God, loving you hurts. It's a knife inside my chest. It's a beautiful disaster, taking everything I possess. I wanna walk away, I wanna cut the string, but I'm addicted to the temporary heaven that you bring. It's a sweet kind of agony, a fire I can't put out. Loving you hurts, leaving me in total doubt. I keep taking the poison, hoping for a cure, enduring all the damage that I physically endure. I love you too much to leave, I love you too much to stay. I'm just hurting in the middle as my spirit fades away. It hurts so bad, but I can't let go. Loving you hurts. Electric guitar cries out one last time and stops. The neon sign is buzzing just outside the window pane. I'm sitting at the counter, trying to numb the heavy pain. The bartender is wiping down the glasses in the dark. He doesn't need to ask to know I've lost my vital spark. I push an empty glass across the sticky wooden bar. It's just whiskey and regret burning down my throat, trying to build a raft from a totally sinking boat. The liquor doesn't help, it just amplifies your face, making me a prisoner in this dimly lighted place. I'm swallowing the sorrow, drinking down the past, whiskey and regret in a glass that's fading fast. I pull out my phone, looking at your empty text, wondering what kind of foolish thing I'm gonna do next. I type out an apology 100 different ways, but pride is just a stubborn ghost that absolutely stays. I delete the whole message, put the phone face down. The saddest little drinker in this quiet sleeping town. The amber liquid catches the reflection of my tear, reminding me exactly how I ended up right here. It's just whiskey and regret burning down my throat, trying to build a raft from a totally sinking boat. The liquor doesn't help, it just amplifies your face, making me a prisoner in this dimly lighted place. I'm swallowing the sorrow, drinking down the past, whiskey and regret in a glass that's fading fast. When the morning finally comes and the headache settles in, I'll have to face the consequence of my emotional sin. But for tonight, I'll stay right here upon this wooden stool, just a broken-hearted whiskey drinking lonely little fool. Pour me another. Wash away the past. Just whiskey and regret. I look into the mirror, but I don't know who I see. I'm losing all the edges of the person known as me. I changed the way I dress, I changed the way I speak, trying to be the perfect little vision that you see. I poured myself completely inside your empty mold, doing exactly what I'm beautifully told. The lines are getting blurry, the colors mixing round. I'm sinking in your ocean. used to be before I locked my spirit up and handed you the key. I don't even know what I like to do alone. My whole entire universe is revolving round your throne. You eclipse my every thought, you dictate every move. I'm stuck inside the rhythm of your captivating groove. I'm a painting that you painted over with a heavy brush, silenced by the overwhelming power of your hush. I'm fading into you, losing my own life, becoming just a shadow, walking with you in the night. I gave up my identity to keep you by my side. Now there's nothing left of me, nowhere left to hide. It's a beautiful surrender, a terrifying view, watching myself completely fade in you. If you ever walk away, what will I become? An empty little vessel, completely blind and numb. I need to find the pieces of the girl I left behind before I am completely erased from my own mind. Fading away, losing myself into you. I know the water is poisoned, I know the well is dry, but I still drink from your hands. Every time I cry, my friends are staging interventions, telling me to run, but I'm a moth flying blindly right into the sun. You give me just enough affection to keep me on the line, a calculated crumb of love to make me think you're mine. I justify your anger, I apologize for your mistakes. I'm bending over backwards just to see how much it takes. This toxic devotion is tearing me apart, a beautiful infection spreading through my heart. I'm worshiping an idol who doesn't even care, building up a castle out of empty fragile air. I know I should leave, I know I should walk away, but this toxic devotion is forcing me to stay. I memorize your footsteps, walking down the hall, ready to drop everything. The moment that you call, you treat me like an option, a backup on your shelf. And the saddest part of all is I'm doing it to myself. I sweep up the broken glass after every single fight and pretend that everything is absolutely right. It's a twisted kind of loyalty, a sickness in my soul, handing you the steering wheel and losing all control. This toxic devotion is tearing me apart, a beautiful infection spreading through my heart. I'm worshiping an idol who doesn't even care, building up a castle out of empty fragile air. I know I should leave, I know I should walk away, but this toxic running through my veins. But until I find the courage to finally break the spell, I'll be sitting right here in this comfortable hell. So toxic, I can't let go. Blind devotion, Moody Bay fades out slowly. Turn the record player on and let the needle drop, playing our old favorite song, wishing it would stop. The living room is empty, the curtains are all drawn. I'm waiting for a midnight that turns into the dawn. Hold my arms out in the dark, pretending you are there, running my trembling fingers through your imaginary hair. The moonlight casts a silhouette right across the floor, perfect imitation of the boy I still adore. I'm dancing with shadows, swaying in the night, holding on to memories with all of my might. I close my eyes and I can almost feel your touch. Lord, I never thought I'd miss somebody this much. It's a lonely little waltz in a totally empty room, dancing with shadows in the quiet of the gloom. I step perfectly in time with the ghost I've made, caught inside a beautiful, heartbreaking masquerade. I whisper secrets to the wind, hoping you can hear, while my face is covered in a heavy silent tear. box of photographs hiding in the back. A sudden rush of coloring in a world of white and black. I swore I wouldn't open it, I swore I'd let it be, but the temptation was too strong for a broken girl like me. I'm tracing every smile, I'm reading every line, taking myself back to the days when you were mine. It hits me like a chemical rushing to my brain, a temporary high that only leaves me in the rain. I'm strung out on memories, taking hits of the past, chasing down a feeling that was never meant to last. I'm hooked on the echoes of the way we used to be. Voicemails you left from a couple years ago, just to hear the cadence of the voice I used to know. I love you, see you soon, repeating on a loop, while I'm sitting on the porch, staring at the front stoop. It's a dangerous habit, revisiting the ghost. The things that used to heal me are the things that hurt the most. I need a rehabilitation from the ghost of our romance, but I keep on buying tickets to this tragic little dance. I'm strung out on memories, taking hits of the past, chasing down a feeling that was never meant to last. I'm hooked on the echoes of the way we used to be, a beautiful addiction that is finally killing me. I know it's only hurting me to look back at the views, but I'm strung out on memories and completely hooked on you. I pack the photos back away, I delete the audio files, trying to walk away across these heavy, lonely miles, but the withdrawal is brutal. The shaking starts again. I'm just a desperate addict reaching for the pen. Need another hit. Just one more memory, strung out on you. I gave you my best years, the prime of my youth. I built my whole foundation upon your shifting truth. I turned down the offers, I canceled all my plans, just to put my entire future right into your hands. We painted such a pretty picture of the coming days, but the canvas caught on fire and went up in a blaze. Now I'm looking at the calendar, counting up the time, realizing that devotion was my only actual crime. All that time, all that love, completely wasted on us. A beautiful golden carriage that turned right into dust. I poured out my energy, I emptied out my cup for a love that didn't even have the strength to hold me up. I don't wanna be bitter, I don't wanna make a fuss, but God, it breaks my heart to see it wasted on us. I compromised my boundaries, I changed my favorite things, I clipped my own feathers just to fit beneath your wings. I invested all my patience, I gave you all my grace, hoping that eventually we'd find a happy place. But you were a bottomless well, taking all I gave, and I was just a foolish heart trying to be brave. Now I'm standing at the finish line, completely out of breath, mourning the invisible, quiet kind of death. All that time, all that love, completely wasted on us. A beautiful golden carriage that turned right into dust. I poured out my energy, I emptied out my cup for a love that didn't even have the strength to hold me up. I don't wanna be bitter, I don't wanna make a fuss, but God, it breaks my heart to see it wasted on us. They say no love is wasted if you learn a thing or two, but I'd give back the lessons if it meant unmeeting you. I'm starting over from the bottom, carrying the cost, trying to recover all the beautiful years I lost. So much time given all to you, wasted on us. I woke up this morning, my pillow soaking wet, a physical reminder of the things I can't forget. I dragged myself into the bathroom, turned the glaring light to see the total wreckage of another sleepless night. There's black running down my cheeks, a river of my pain, the mirror reflecting back a girl I can't explain. I try to hold it all together, try to be so tough, but the midnight hours always call my little bluff. Just eyeliner stains, painting my face black, a I bought the waterproof kind, thinking it would save my dignity from drowning this overwhelming wave. But the sorrow is too heavy, the tears are far too deep. They break through the barriers whenever I try to sleep. It looks like I've been in a war, a battle of the mind, fighting with the memories that you left right behind. I wipe it with a tissue, staring at the grave, knowing I'm gonna do exactly the same thing today. Just eyeliner stains, painting my face black, a messy masterpiece of wanting you right back. The physical evidence of a broken, shattered soul, a visible reminder of the toll you took, the toll. I can't wash my face completely, scrub away the dark, but the eyeliner stains are permanently on my heart. I wanna wake up with a clean and flawless face, without the heavy shadows of your familiar embrace. I'm so tired of the crying, I'm so tired of the mess, I'm so tired of waking up in total distress. Wash it away, scrubbing the pain, eyeliner stains. Walking through the rooms we used to share, reaching out my hand, but you're not there. The scent of your cologne is on the pillowcase, a cruel little reminder of your missing face. I hear your footsteps walking down the hall, but it's just the house settling, nothing at all. I'm living in a museum of the love we made, watching all the vibrant colors start to fade. I'm craving your ghost, the shadow you left behind, a dangerous addiction messing with my mind. I'd rather be haunted by the memory of you than face the lonely reality of the truth. I'm talking to the air, pretending that you're here, craving your ghost to make the emptiness disappear. My friends tell me I need to pack your things away, but I leave your jacket right where it used to lay. If I put it in a box, then it means it's really done. And I'm not ready to admit that you're the one who won. The air is getting heavy, the house is way too still, a giant aching void that I can never fill. So I leave the hallway light on burning bright, inviting your spirit to visit me tonight. I'm craving your ghost, the shadow you left inside the walls of this heartbreaking mansion. I know I need to let you cross into the light, but I just need you for more lonely night. Haunting me, craving the shadow. Don't fade away. Call me at 2 a.m., voice shaking on the line. You finally realize that you crossed the boundary line. You say you made a mistake, you say you want me back, but the train is already derailed from the track. You sent a dozen roses right to my front door, but I don't want your empty little gestures anymore. I cried an ocean of tears, waiting for you to change. Now hearing you apologize just feels incredibly strange. It's a little too late for sorry. The bridge is already burned, the tears have already fallen. The hardest lessons learned. You broke the glass in pieces, you can't put it back in place. I'm finally wiping away the sadness from my face. You're begging for a chance that I no longer have to give. Too late for sorry, it's time for me to live. I used to pray to God that you would see the light, that you would wake up and finally treat me right. But I got tired of waiting in the pouring rain for a boy who only knew how to deliver pain. Now you're the one who's hurting, you're the one who's sad, realizing I was the best thing that you ever had. I accept the apology, I truly forgive the past, but some broken things are just never meant to last. It's a little too late for sorry. The bridge is already burned, the tears have already fallen. The hardest lessons learned. You broke the glass in pieces, you can't put it back in place. I'm finally wiping away the sadness from my face. You're begging for a chance that has finally passed, the sky is turning gray. I'm looking at the pieces of our beautiful mistake. We built a giant castle entirely on the sand, and watched the tide wash away the future we had planned. The walls are coming down, the roof is caved right in. Devastating consequence of an emotional sin. I'm walking through the rubble, stepping on the glass, watching the greatest love of my lifetime pass. Standing in the wreckage of us, a masterpiece torn apart, just looking at the shards of a completely broken heart. It was beautiful and chaotic, it was glorious and blind, the most incredible disaster that I leave behind. I'm sifting through the debris, covered in the dust, crying in the middle of the wreckage of us. I find a tiny piece of the promises we made before the brilliant colors all began to fade. We loved with too much fire, we loved with too much force. We knocked the entire carriage totally off its course. They warned us it was dangerous, they said it wouldn't work, but we were too busy dancing in the beautiful dark. Now the authorities are here, wrapping the caution tape around the broken love that we simply couldn't escape. Standing in the wreckage of us, a masterpiece torn apart, just looking at the shards of a completely broken heart. It was beautiful and chaotic, it was glorious and blind, the most incredible disaster that I leave behind. I'm sifting through the debris, covered in the dust, crying in the middle of the wreckage of us. There's nothing left to salvage, there's nothing left to save. Just put a little headstone upon this shallow grave. I'll carry the scars forever, a map of where I've been, a survivor of the wreckage, a battle I couldn't win. Beautiful disaster, torn apart, wreckage of us. Grand piano plays a heavy, final low note. feel a spark whenever someone said your name. A sudden rush of adrenaline, a familiar little flame. My heart would skip a beat, my hands would start to shake. A beautiful reaction that I simply couldn't fake. But it's been a long year of crying on the floor, and my spirit just can't take the heavy damage anymore. I heard a stranger say it, the coffee shop today, and I realized that the magic has finally washed away. I'm finally numb to your name. The spell is broken now. I survived the heavy hurricane, though I don't know how. It's just a couple letters, it doesn't hold the weight. I finally found the exit to this heartbreaking state. The fire is extinguished, the passion has been tamed. I never thought I'd be completely numb to your name. It took a million tears to get to this quiet place, to systematically erase the memory of your face. I used to write it down in the margins of my book. Now I don't even give it a second little look. It's a sad kind of freedom, feeling nothing at all. No longer waiting blindly for you to finally call. The poison has completely exited my veins and washed away the heavy, suffocating stains. I'm finally numb to your name. The spell is broken now. I survived the heavy hurricane, though I don't know how. It's just a couple letters, it doesn't hold the weight. I finally found the exit to this heartbreaking state. The fire is extinguished, the passion has been tamed. I never thought I'd be completely numb to your name. I don't hate you anymore, I don't wish you any ill. The ocean is completely calm, the water is so still. You're just somebody that I used to know so well. I finally escaped the borders of your quiet hell. Nothing, no, nothing at all. Just a word. Turning off the bedside lamp, staring at the empty space, missing the gentle way you used to touch my face. The house is settling down, the street is perfectly quiet, but inside of my head there is a lonely, screaming riot. I pull the heavy covers to escape this awful, suffocating feeling. These bitter good nights, whispering to the dark, sleeping with a heavy, completely broken heart. I trace the empty pillow where you used to lay your head, a prisoner of sorrow inside this king-size bed. I'm wishing on a star that's hidden out of sight, drowning in the sorrow of a bitter good night. I leave the television on just to hear a human voice, but the loneliness inside the room is making too much noise. I wrap my arms around myself, pretending that it's you. The desperate, crazy things a broken-hearted girl will do. The mornings are a struggle, but the midnights are a curse, because laying in the dark just makes the memory so much worse. I close my eyes and pray that I won't dream of you again, but you're a heavy ink upon my subconscious pen. These bitter good nights, whispering to the dark, sleeping with a heavy, completely broken heart. I trace the empty pillow where you used to lay your head, a prisoner of sorrow inside this king-size bed. I'm wishing on a star that's hidden out of sight, drowning in the sorrow of a bitter good night. Maybe one day I'll be able to close my heavy eyes without replaying all your beautiful, devastating lies. But tonight I'm just a casualty of a love that didn't stay, watching the midnight slowly tick away. Good night now. Bitter dreams, missing you tonight. I keep turning down the same old broken street, ignoring the blisters forming on my tired feet. I mapped out a future where the two of us arrive, but I'm the only one keeping this journey alive. chasing dead ends, running out of breath. Loving you is feeling like a slow emotional death. I hit the brick wall, I turn right back around, looking for a doorway that can never be found. I've driven myself crazy, trying to make you comprehend. But I'm just a lonely driver, chasing dead ends. I gave you the compass, I handed you the wheel, but you didn't care about the way it made me feel. You drove us in circles, a dizzying display, and then you stepped out and simply walked away. Now I'm out of gas in the middle of the night, looking at the dashboard completely out of light. I should've seen the warning, I should've hit the brake before I made my final devastating mistake. Now I'm just chasing dead ends, running out of breath. Loving you is feeling like a slow emotional death. I hit the brick wall, I turn right back around, looking for a doorway that can never be found. I've driven myself crazy, trying to make you comprehend. But I'm just a lonely driver, chasing dead end. I'm throwing out the map, I'm putting down the keys. I'm finally getting up off my tired, bleeding knees. There's nowhere left to go, there's nothing left to see. I'm leaving you behind and finally finding me. No more running, hitting the wall, dead end. The midnight is heavy, pressing on the glass, watching the lonely, quiet hours slowly pass. I try to close my eyes, I try to count the sheep, but the memories of you are too incredibly deep. I used to fall asleep right against your chest, feeling so protected, feeling totally blessed. Now the room is freezing, the silence is so loud. I'm just a lonely ghost floating in a lonely cloud. So I sing myself a loveless lullaby, humming in the dark, trying to soothe the aching of a totally broken heart. A melody of sorrow, a harmony of pain, a quiet little song for a girl out in the rain. There's no one here to hold me, no one to dry my eye, just the lonely echo of a loveless lullaby. I make up the lyrics as the tears fall down my face, about a beautiful love that vanished into space. The chorus is a whisper, the verse is just a sigh, a soundtrack for the moments when a spirit wants to die. I wrap the heavy blanket tightly round my waist, lullaby. I walked into the party looking absolutely fine. I poured myself a glass of the most expensive wine. I laughed with all my friends, I didn't shed a tear. I made it look like I was totally in the clear. But then somebody asked me how I'm doing since you left, and I felt the sudden tightness right inside my chest. I gave them a smile, a rehearsed and shiny lie. I said I'm doing perfect, said I didn't even cry. But it's just a bruised ego, dressed up in a smile, hiding all the damage, stretching for a mile. I act like I don't care, I act like I'm so tough, but calling my own bluff is getting really rough. My pride is taking hits, my confidence is low, covering the heartbreak with a deeply bruised ego. I posted up a picture looking happy on the beach, making sure you know that I am out of your reach. I filtered out the sadness, I cropped away the pain, trying to pretend I'm not standing in the rain. I checked my phone to see if you finally viewed the post, but realizing you didn't just hurts me the most. I'm fighting a battle to prove I won the war, but I don't even know what I'm fighting for anymore. But it's just a bruised ego, dressed up in a smile, hiding all the damage, stretching for a mile. I act like I don't care, I act like I'm so tough, but calling my own bluff is getting really rough. My pride is taking hits, my confidence is low, covering the heartbreak with a deeply bruised ego. It's exhausting being strong, it's tiring to pretend. I just want to break down and finally comprehend that it's okay to hurt, it's okay to feel the sting when you lose the person who meant absolutely everything. I'm not okay. My pride is hurt, just a bruised ego. I'm holding on to you with everything I got, but the rope is getting slippery, I'm losing the knot. I can feel you pulling backwards, drifting out to sea, taking all the best parts of what is left of me. I try to pull you closer, I try to hold you tight, but you're a fading shadow stepping out into the night. The harder that I squeeze, the faster that you go, leaving me alone in the freezing afterglow. You're slipping through my fingers like water in the rain. I'm open up my hands and finally let you fall. I can't keep on fighting when there's nothing left at all. It's time to wash my palms, it's time to walk away and accept that you were never really meant to stay. Fading away, slipping washing off the day. But there are certain feelings that won't wash away. I feel a sudden shiver right across my spine, remembering the days when your hands were holding mine. It's a physical reaction, a memory in the skin, a ghost of your affection lingering within. I wrap the towel tight, but the chill is in my bone, a terrifying truth that I am completely alone. I'm haunted by the echoes of your touch. Behind, trying to trick the logic of my deeply broken mind. The fabric feels like you, heavy and so warm, a temporary shelter from this terrifying storm. But when I take it off, the cold rushes back in, and I'm left with the reality of the space you're not in. My fingertips are tingling, just an echo. Still feel you here, fading touch. Fretless bass slides down and fades into silence. I waded in the water, just up to my knees. I thought I had control of the crashing, violent seas. You were a beautiful siren, calling from the deep, singing me a melody that put my logic to sleep. I swam a little further, past the safety line, thinking that the ocean was completely, truly mine. But the current shifted fast, the sky turned to black, and I knew in that moment I was never coming
Massive orchestra drops out suddenly, leaving a single, fading.